Hey, we're back. It's game time again. This is our second game. Okay, so if you're new here, this is how it works. I'm going to take a few seconds to explain something to you, and then I'll make a statement, and then you say a word, a phrase after that statement. So I'm going to explain to you that the federal laws apply to federal officers and employees, okay? And then I'll make a statement, a true statement, and then you say for federal officers and employees, okay? So all the federal officers and employees have to abide by federal laws because they are members of the federal government. They are inter se, which means they are members of, and they come under the laws. They are the citizens of it, which means members, and they are under the jurisdiction. They're subject to the jurisdiction thereof. Okay? So now I'm going to make some statements. After each statement, I pause, and you say, for federal officers and employees. Okay? So, you must license your firearm. Did you say it? Did you say for federal officers and employees? If you're a federal officer or employee, you have to register your firearm. You have to have a license to carry a weapon if you are a federal officer or employee. I think you're going to like this game. You have to register your vehicle. Everyone must pay taxes. If you sell alcohol, you must get a license. If you want a Bill of Rights, you must be that's right, a federal officer or employee has a Bill of Rights. Do you know why? Because free people have all their rights. And if you're free, you're not a member of their organization. The Constitution is for federal officers and employees. I think we should say this every morning when we get up and to remind ourselves where we stand. The federal laws are for the Insurrection Act is for freedom of speech is for let's see. The Food and Drug Administration administers laws for the CDC governs. You're doing really well. It's getting easier the more we do, right? You must register your property if you are federal lands are for, right, unless you are a civilian and you're allowed to use the national parks. Okay? But to work on them, you have to become yep, you got it. A citizen of the United States is a driver's license is for so that they can use the state roads. The federal lands are for, as far as military reservations. The birth certificate is for, right. So how do you like this game? Do you like it? Any dictate from the federal government is for, how about this one? This is a really good one. The draft is for, believe it or not. Unless the draft comes from the state. If the draft comes from a state, that may be a different issue. But when it comes from the federal government, it's only for, good. Regulation of commerce is for, let's see. When you go on a federal land and you are then you must register your firearm. If you are then you cannot speak certain words like threats or threatening language, because the government has regulated its right. So let me know how you like this game. And if you want to know more about what I'm talking about, check out some of my other videos.